In this video, we're going to be looking at scale notes around our triad shapes. Ideally, you will have seen my Connect Triad seamlessly video and be familiar with it, but if you're not, you should be able to follow along. Let's go. We're in the key of C major. I'm using the second string set, so D, G, and B strings, and I'm starting with a root position C triad. Let's look at some of the scale notes on the D string that we could swap in. So we've got a C note on the D string. So if we go a scale step below, we'll get to a B. So while the band playing C, you could swap in that B just to create a little melody. What else have we got on that D string? Well, if that's B, we've got an A there, so we could put that in there. So you'd go, or you could even start on the A, and then up to the B, and then C. These two notes on the G and B string are staying exactly the same, they're not changing. Have we got anything above the C? It's a bit stretchy, but we could play this D here on the D string. Really nice sound. Creating a sort of add 9 sound if the band is still playing C. There'll be a PDF available on my Patreon page where I exhaust as many possibilities for all 7 chords of the major scale in as many positions as I can cover. It'll be available to buy, or if you're a Patreon supporter of mine, you'll get it for free. Anyway, back to the lesson. How about the G string? Well, we've got an E note on the G string, so a scale step below, we could add a D in. Classic Hendrixy, and then, Mayer, Frusciante kind of sound, especially you get that thumb over, that kind of thing. And I'm just going between this D to the E, and the other two just remain the same on the D and B strings. Back to our starting point. E note, let's go a scale step above, F. Another very Hendrixy move, that kind of thing. So you can sort of move around this G string, F, E, D, E. Some really nice sounds there. And then on the B string, we've got a G, scale step below, F. Very tense, but cool. I like this kind of thing for like picking kind of parts. Slid up to the G there. Yeah, very tense. Wouldn't want to sit on it for too long unless you really wanted that sound. Scale step above G, we've got an A. There. So you can sort of go back and forth between this G and A note. Either you hammer it on, or you just pick both, like that. Really nice sound. And then finally, you could probably get this B here as well. So you could do a sort of really nice. Let me play some of these possibilities along with just a really simple backing track where the band are just playing C over and over again. So I'll start off with messing around with notes on the D string. I'll then move to the G string, and then finally the B string. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Onto the G string. sounds there. Let's look at the 2 chord and see what kind of sounds we can come up with in this area. So we've got a D minor root position, and let's look at the D string first. So we've got a D note. So if we go a scale step below, there's a C we could use. So this, in conjunction with the band playing D minor, would create kind of D minor 7 sound. A scale step below that, you've got a B, D minor 6 kind of sound. Lovely sounds there. And then if we'll go back to our D note, a scale step above, we've got an E. A little bit stretchy, but again, really cool sound. Creating a D minor add 9 kind of thing. For my Krongbin fans out there, you might recognise this chord off the new album. Obviously that's 4 notes, but yeah, very, very similar. Really cool sound. So that's our D string. On the G string, we've got an F. So if we go a scale step below, there's an E there, so we could swap that in. Again, if the band are playing D minor, we're creating that D minor 9 kind of sound. In isolation, this is a D sus 2, but with the band it would create a D minor 9 kind of sound, D minor add 9, sorry. So E, F. And then a scale step above that F, we've got a G. Really nice sound. That's pretty much everything for the G string. And then the B string, we've got an A. So if we go a scale step below, again a little bit stretchy, but there's a G here. So keeping these two the same. And then cool sound. Scale step above, we've got a B. Nice. And then another step above that, we've got a C. Loads of cool sound. Remember, I'm always keeping 2 strings the same, and I'm only messing around with notes on 1 string because I don't want to go too far from the actual triad sound. I'll do the same thing. I'll play along with a D minor backing track and just mess around with some of these notes we can swap in and see what kind of sounds we can get. Again, I'll start on the D string and then work my way G string, B string. So 2, 3, 4. Nice. Onto the G string. 2, 4. I'm going to pick one more chord to talk through some possibilities. I don't think I need to go through all 7 in this video. I mean, it would end up about a 40-minute video when it really doesn't need to. As long as you understand that all I'm doing is looking at 1 note on 1 string and seeing which scale notes from the major scale, the key we're in, what scale notes can I swap in. So I'm going to do the 4 chord to finish off, F. So we've got a second inversion, F major. On the D string, we've got a C note. So you could go a scale step below, we've got a B. Quite a strange sound in isolation, but you know, in conjunction with the band playing an F, it could sound pretty cool. Now here's an interesting one. Here's a scale step below that, A. But I've avoided any possibilities where it would create an octave or a unison note. So if we play this A, we've got an octave with that note there, that A. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I just thought I may as well draw a line on the limitations just for the sake of this lesson. It would sound absolutely fine, it would sound nice, but I'm not going to include that on the PDF. So the A's out of the question. So back to our C note. Scale step above would be D. And that would work really nice. Another very Hendrixy kind of move. We could also reach for this E over here, a bit like we did with our D minor. So that could sound nice. With an F underneath. Yeah, that's nice. On to the G string. We've got an F note, so scale note below. Got an E, that would create an F major 7 kind of sound. Scale step below that, we've got a D, F6 kind of sound. Nice. And then a scale step above that F, you've got a G here. Creating an F add 9, if you add that in. Very nice sound. And that's all of our possibilities on the G string. And onto the B string, we've got an A note. So scale step below, we've got a G here. That in itself, independent from the band, is an F sus2. With the band playing F, it would create that F add 9 sound again. Back to our A. We've got a B, if we go a scale step above, we've got a B. Nice. Now, a scale step above that, we've got a C. But again, a bit like on the D string, that'll create an octave, which, while not wrong, I'm just avoiding because it... Like I say, I've got to draw a line somewhere. So no octaves and no unison notes. And once again, for the final time, I'll play along with the band and just mess around with some of these sounds. Starting on the D string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for this quite Hendrixy thing. Now to that E. Onto the G string. 2, 3, 4. And finally the B string. 2, 3, 4. Finally, I'll leave you with me playing and applying some of these ideas over a chord progression. 2 bars of C, 2 bars of D minor, 2 bars of A minor, a bar of F, and a bar of G. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has been useful. The applications of this knowledge are almost limitless. It's not just about rhythm playing, it could be applied to lead playing as well. Maybe you can see your chord tones from your triads when you're soloing, but you can't see the scale notes around it. Doing some of this will just start to build up that picture of the fretboard for you. Obviously, rhythm playing can be used to kind of spice it up a bit, give you just some little ornamentations you can add. But really, the possibilities are pretty much endless. Thanks again for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider subscribing, and there's a link to my Patreon below where you'll also find the PDF for this lesson. Thanks very much. See you next time.